to another Beard Stuff Does Stuff video in a much more relaxed environment. That's the word. Yeah, no scripts here. Another chill video really. I really need to organise my vinyl collection. I know, a weird looking beard guy has a vinyl collection. Surprise. Though, I blame my partner, because I only had a few, and then she bought me a record player. So she's the enabler in this situation. That's how I've justified it. So I need to sort them out, but I'm not really sure how. I've got quite a few, well, I say quite a few. I've got two little boxes that are pretty much full. Obviously the obvious one is alphabetical, just literally band names, alphabetical, bish bash bosh. But I kind of want to do genre, because I've been trying to figure out how many kind of like punky hardcorey type things I've got versus the metal-y bits, and I've got some sort of few hip hop bits, and then there's a bit of old 70s type stuff, which I have no idea. It's probably just under pop for that, I think, or something. And then I've got soundtracks for random sci-fi films and anime and stuff. So what I think I'm going to do is at least kind of get everything out, vaguely alphabetize it, separate. The soundtracks will always be separate because you can't, they're like various artist problems, so they will always be a separate section on their own. And at some point I need to figure out some kind of dividers. So I need to either design something up and get somebody to cut them out on some kind of laser cutter engraver for me, or just make some out of cardboard, which is the laziest route. It's not the prettiest route. But I'd like them to make them kind of future-proof if I can, so that they'd work on a shelf. So we shall see. But let's get these all out and organised and actually figure out how many I've got. Because according to Discogs, which is where I'm pretty sure I've been saving them all, and I might actually also double check that I've put them all on there. I currently have 102. Does that count as a lot? Doesn't seem like a lot. Nerdy people have a lot more than that, don't they? So it's not that bad. But I like the valuation thing on this. I don't know if any of you ever used Discogs before, or a Vinyl Nerds. It tells you the minimum and the maximum, and then there's the middle. So mine ranges from either 800 quid to about £6 grand. £6 grand would be nice. It's not. They're definitely not worth £6 grand. But the middle is about 1,700 odd, which is probably what I've actually spent, that's a bad thing. It's like when you modify cars, you never keep the receipts because then you don't want to know how much you spent. But yeah, so let's get on with this. Otherwise I'll never get done. that's everything kind of genre-y divided up. Definitely do have the biggest pile of, like, that's punk and hardcore. That's literally the only two ska things that I've got. Technically, I think Dizzy is more garagey, but it fits better with the hip hop section than anything else. Soundtracks, pretty big pile. I like my films, so I've mostly got like random sci-fi or just generically amazing films, stuff that I've got bits for that I've found. These two I might combine. They're like, it's music genres are such a pain in the arse, but like more metally, more rocky, they might as well just be one. Like, now the one at the back is more mixed stuff and random, more like a few like basically large singles for DJing with, or electronic-y bits, and then that one is old. So I've got like Alan Parsons Project, Emerson, Lake and Palmer on there, stuff that I don't really know how to categorise anywhere else. I think my Singular Iron Maiden single is in there, and I do have my Shameful 2 Michael Jackson albums that I've had since I was a kid, which obviously hasn't lasted well. Less of that. Yeah, so I think that kind of works. I think I'll probably put the two ska ones in with the punk and hardcore, because they all kind of like evolved from each other. Like I say, I'll combine these two. Tom Cardy doesn't really fit into anything that I've got, like sections wise. Random YouTube guy that makes short songs doesn't really. I think that's the only one I have in that genre of music. So yeah, that's at least a good start. So I will alphabetize them into those sections now. Yeah. Right, let's do it, shall we? And we're done. I went with just leaving them in genre sections, or my version of genre sections. It just means that I have less dividers to make. Obviously, if I made it all alphabetical, I would need 26 plus a soundtracks one, or various artists one, so it'd be 28. And this way I just need 4 or 5 sections maybe. I think it's 6. I broke it down into, what did I break it down into in the end? So I have 27 in my punk and hardcore and the 2 ska ones, 26 metal, rock and thrash, 12 hip hop, 14 just in generic old, because I just breaking those down into flipping like prog rock and stuff just is a pain in the arse. 8 random, which is like my DJ Yoda and a couple of other little bits. I haven't really got a section that DJ Yoda fits in as such. I know he's done hip hop typey stuff, but then he's also done other stuff, so it's all very random. And then 12 in my soundtracks, which I'm actually quite chuffed with. I need to go, next time I go to another record fair, I do need to have another soundtrack search and see what I find. Pad that out a little bit more. So yeah, so I now need to make some dividers for it, but I might just make some simple cardboard ones for now, or have a go at doing something on CAD and see if I can find someone to do some cut out wooden ones or something. Prefer maybe some sort of thin wood with some engraving on. I don't own a laser cutter or anything, so I'll see if I can find someone that can do that for me. Yeah, if you stay to the end, thank you for watching. I know it's a bit of a random one, but I just kind of fancied filming it. But yeah, thank you for watching, and hopefully see you in the next one. Bye for now.